Good morning and welcome to the Unboring Bible Journey. And today is week 18, day 6, and you are going to read one of the passages is 1 Chronicles 15. And the question I want to ask is, what is the difference between 1 Chronicles 13, when David moves the ark, and 1 Chronicles 15, when David moves the ark? So if you remember, when we read chapter 13, David has decided that he wants to bring the Ark of the Covenant up to where he lives. So he goes and he gets a cart and he gets some priests and they put it on the cart and they start hauling it, and Uzzah puts his hand out and braces the Ark because it's about to tip over. And it says that the presence of God, the power of God breaks out and Uzzah dies. And David is so distraught by that. He takes the cart and he parks it, and he parks it for several months. I think 3 months is what the Bible says. And then he comes back and he moves the ark again in 1 Chronicles 15. But this time he does it a little differently. And I think the difference between 13 and 15 is David went and did a little research, right? He goes back, he reads what Moses wrote, because he comes to the priests and he organizes all the priests, right? And we have this huge accounting in chapter 15 of what priests and from where they came from, and were they Gershom or Kohath or Merari, right? And he organizes it all, and he's the one that says to the priests, I know what went wrong. You should have been carrying the Ark of the Covenant. And so the priests put the Ark on their shoulders. Why? Because they were not supposed to put it on the cart. It was always supposed to be carried by mankind. Now we have an example of an exception of this. God let the Philistines, when they were returning it, put it on the back of a cart, and they did not die. And I would suggest to you, it's because they didn't know better. God didn't hold them accountable for information that they didn't have. They put it on the back of the cart and transported it back to Israel. But David and those priests, especially the priest that was on the cart, should have known that the presence of the Lord was never supposed to be carried around on the backs of animals. The presence of the Lord was always supposed to be carried by the priests who were anointed for that job. And if you think about that, there's some very deep lessons that we can take from that. If we are a priesthood, a holy nation, set apart, those who have been grafted in and those who have been born that way, then we are to carry the presence of the Lord on our shoulders. Okay, I hope you find that